Welcome back. Senior Hawks investigator Kobus Roelofse has taken to the stand at the state capture inquiry. Now, he investigated former crime intelligence head Richard Mdluli, but let's get you the latest on the story now. ENCA's Michael Apple is in Parktown for us. Mike, I think perhaps a good place to start, just given all of the developing news we've had over the past few days, is just bring us up to speed on the point we are at now at the state capture inquiry.
Well, Michelle, it's very early days in the testimony of Colonel Roelofse. He's a veteran police officer who joined the Scorpions and then eventually what would become the Hawks. He's been seconded to IPID lately, but he's somebody that's going to implicate several people. We've heard that between him and another police officer or member of crime intelligence who will be called here, there's at least 53 parties or persons who are going to be implicated in the coming days, we suspect. In many cases, due to the nature of the work that they do, these are not people who are going to be named specifically. In many instances, it's simply going to be a number where the names are known to the Deputy Chief Justice and perhaps to the inquiry, but these are people that work in undercover operations very often, so their names cannot be made public to protect their identities, and should they be working currently in undercover operations, it's just for their safety. But as I say, 53 people in total are going to be implicated, and we have the legal representatives of two former national police commissioners here, Ria Piecha as well as Kgomotso. So those are people which we can tell you immediately are going to be implicated. And a diagram was brought up a little earlier about the various departments that he is going to be implicating and speaking about, where alleged criminal activity was taking place that he wants to place before the Commission of Inquiry, and it includes crime intelligence, police, National Prosecuting Authority, the NPA, the National Director of Public Prosecutions, the Deputy National Director of Public Prosecutions, various arms and law enforcement, the Justice Department. So a very critical witness here who began his testimony by saying how perturbed he was that prior to coming to testify he had received several threats, obviously people trying to intimidate him into not coming to blow the whistle on what he believes has been going on for many, many years.
So, Michael, it's fair to say we're getting to a very dense part of the state capture inquiry. And just in terms of the time frame that we still have left here, given that you're talking about 53 people being implicated, of course, all of them have the right to cross-examine. Just, do we have enough time left in the inquiry?
Well, they have the right to apply to cross-examine. Yeah. They don't automatically have the right to cross-examine. So, yes, 53 people will be named. Some of those it may just be in passing. Some of those may not choose to cross-examine at all. But as I understand it, what we heard yesterday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday has been set aside for crime intelligence-related testimony. Friday and Saturday, yes, the Commission will be sitting over the weekend on Saturday, as we understand it. We go back to Vrede-related testimony there. Michelle, I can just tell you briefly that the only person, the name that is cropped up is a well-known name, Major General Solomon Lazarus, who worked in crime intelligence. We've just started that part of the testimony where Colonel Roelofse mentions that General Lazarus was instrumental in appointing key people to certain positions that would be able to manipulate certain financial transactions to benefit him and many others. That's all I can say for the moment, Michelle.
All right, well, thanks very much for that. ENCA's Michael Apple is live to us there from the venue of the state capture inquiry.